Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It is Phil Brilliant. This is Simply Brilliant, and we are December 26th, Friday morning, because yesterday was Christmas Day. I do hope everybody had a fantastic Christmas and enjoyed themselves with their family and their friends, and also got some great loot. Did you get some good gifts? What's a good gift for Christmas? Definitely a different time. I mean, I remember early in my marriage a long time ago, the kids would run down the stairs and the gifts would be under the tree, and the kids would go berserk over it, and it was over in like 10 minutes. I would set the camera up and videotape it. I wonder where those tapes are, by the way. And Andrea and Jessica would just rip through. Um, you know, when Sarah Lou came along, things were, still about the same, but she was, very young then. And but yeah, so I do celebrate Christmas and I celebrate Hanukkah. I've always celebrated Hanukkah as a, Jewish individual. And over the years, relationships that I've had and the current relationship I have with Debbie, we celebrate Christmas. We have a tree and happens also to be her son's birthday. So we celebrated Joe's birthday yesterday, 29 years, and ended the day with appeared everybody in Tom's River in our house, which was cool. A mix of friends of Joe's from high school, as well as business friends who are related or associated with a band that I've never seen, but I've heard of. And I'm going to butcher the name, so I will apologize in advance. So I got to look it up. Otherwise, everyone's going to start yelling at me. Dogs in a Pile. So they were at the house last night also, and it was good. I mean, they're a local band, and we got to talk to some of the people involved in the band, and just hang out. And then I passed out. I was tired. Long day, but I did get to clean my garage out. So a very productive day on top of Christmas. So I do hope everybody had an enjoyable day. Um, when it came to Tom's River politics, I personally took a day off. I could still see that Daniel Rodrick and Phil Stilton and Shore News Media decided that they would continue to attack myself. Just a quick article. Actually, let me take that quick repeat. They keep repeating the same article, and saw them basically. It's interesting going after George Gilmore about the upcoming election for the Ocean County Republican chairperson, and people who may be up for that position, and one of them stated as Daniel Rodrick. Why? Because Daniel Rodrick wrote the article. Pretty funny, pretty funny. But I want to hit two things today, and we're going to make them short, sweet, and move on with our day. But I think it's important. Not even going to mention the fact that we have a pending snowstorm coming in tonight to tomorrow, and I'm still hearing that Tom's River is not ready for snow removal. I do commend the mayor of Brick, Mayor Crate, who basically came out last week and apologized for the poor response to snow in Bricktown. Didn't hear a word from Mayor Roderick. He is never wrong. This guy's amazing. He will never tell you or take responsibility for anything. Um, and we had poor response in Tom's River. So we'll see what happens. It is my understanding that we still don't have private contracts for snow removal. He does not want to pay for overtime for public works. So we'll see what happens as the snow comes down. But he better do better and better be ready. Because as I've always said, the people I approach who like Daniel Roderick, their taxes didn't go up. The garbage got picked up on Thursday and the streets are plowed. Well, if one thing peels away, you're only down to two. And I will tell you, I'm not quite certain how he cannot raise taxes this coming year. Oh, he'll raise taxes, but he'll blame the council. People who will be on council for 3 months when you do your tax proposal. So, a couple things. Going to quickly hit upon. So, he has called a council meeting for Tuesday, December 30th at 4 p.m. Why 4 p.m.? He's got no school. So you don't need 6 o'clock. He's got no school. He's on spring break or winter break, excuse me, from Irvington High School. So he's home. So 4 o'clock works for him. Uh, Forget about the people who work in America. Um, but for one job. So, but and I say he has called the meeting, which by the way is a violation of the Toms River Code and the state statute. How do I know this? Because I have talked to four council people. None of them have called the meeting or endorsed the meeting for Tuesday. Okay. So if you don't have four council people who call a special meeting, it cannot happen, but they're going to go forward. It's my understanding that Councilman Coleman, as the vice president of the council, is going to try to call the meeting to order. If you do not have a quorum, that meeting does not exist. It cannot happen. Anything that happens is not legal, is not documented. So if Coleman, Lynn O'Toole, and Bill Burns sit up in the dais and they're the only three council people, it doesn't matter what happens at that meeting. It is not official business. But we know Daniel Rodrick has screwed up once again, puts everything else in front of the business of the residents of Toms River, and the insurance needs to be renewed. He hasn't renewed it. He wants to leave the Ocean Jiff. And why? Because he wants to give it to his buddies at Fairview Insurance. Because I did some calculations. I think we're somewhere around $30,000. I'll have to go back and look at my numbers that Fairview has given Daniel Rodrick for either his CPC, which is Continuing Political Committee, known as Citizens for Good Government, for the Save Toms River Elect Daniel Rodrick Fund, or the Harry Aber, Justin Lamb, Matarazzo, Bill Byrne Fund to reelect this past year, or the campaigns of Matarazzo or Pascarella for Board of Ed, or George Loban this past year. He's got money moving all over the place. Like my hands move fast. That's how fast money moves. It's like a shell game with Daniel Rodrick. And Fairview is one of the biggest funders, along with Donald Burke and along with other engineers and surveyors and attorneys, because if you give money to Daniel Roderick's special interest groups, you get money from Toms River Township. It's all transparent. But I want to hit upon something that is more important to me and should be more important to you, because the more Daniel Roderick sends these letters, you get your letter the other day in the mailbox. This was my Christmas gift. Never a date on the letter. Okay. And this is a letter on the letterhead of the Mayor Daniel T. Roderick of Toms River Township. And it starts with, "Far too long I have kept silent about the state of Toms River School District. As mayor, I have always respected the independence of our school board and the democratic process by which its members are elected." Bullshit. One, he has never stayed silent. He has sent letters. He has done articles. He attended the council meeting last week, though he did not say a word. His presence spoke many, many, many words. Um, uh, Marisa Matarazzo, Paolo Pascarella, George Loebman, I'm forgetting one, Diane Oxley. These are all candidates he has personally run for the Board of Education. Lucky for us, only Matarazzo and Pascarella have won. Pascarella is up for re-election this coming year. He cannot be reelected. We'll return and revisit that later. But his letter makes the same claims and statements that he put in the Shore News Network article, that he put in the New Jersey Online article, and that he has continued to spew. So I wanted to dig a little deeper. Can he legally do this? Okay. Where he runs into problems is this letter in this envelope, which by the way says important property tax information. It's to my address and it's on his letterhead and has postage paid right here, which we'll do some research on. But we got it. This is Toms River Township money. This is your taxpayer money that is sending out these letters. Is it legal? who did some research because yesterday had some time. Okay. Under New Jersey public purchase doctrine, taxpayer funds may not be used for political advocacy. And if this isn't political advocacy, I don't know what it is. The letter was printed by Toms River Township Funds. It was mailed by Toms River Township Funds. I will finalize that when I get my Oprah back. Okay. And it was prepared and distributed with Toms River Township money and time because there's no way Daniel Rodrick stuffed 72,000 envelopes. Okay. If the answers are yes, then this is political advocacy. It attacks a named individual, i.e., Superintendent Citta. It advocates his resignation. It's emotionally charged, and it does not announce a municipal policy, ordinance, or action. It is strictly Daniel Rodrick attacking the Toms River school system and Michael Citta, the superintendent. There's no way around it. No way around it. There's probably also some defamation of character in here for Superintendent Citta. That's for him to determine, okay? And for him to determine if he can prove malice and if the opinions are protected or not, okay? But under New Jersey's Title 18A, school districts are independent and free from municipalities. And he says right in the letter, okay, I have always respected the independence of our school board and the democratic process. So he understands he's doing wrong. Understands. And there is some case law that a mayor in a town sent out a taxpayer funded mailer. It was for political gain, and the local finance board fined him and required him to reimburse the money that was spent and had a formal reprimand. We need to look at how to do that. A township letter versus a campaigning letter, there's no current elections that are going, but it is a violation of public purpose doctrine designed to influence public opinion rather than inform them. That's what this letter does. And last but not least, officials may speak freely, and we understand that. But government cannot fund a one-sided political persuasion, and that's all this is. Daniel Rodrick does this because nobody challenges him. Nobody sues him. Well, I'll take that back. Everybody seems to sue him, but he gets attorneys who just kick the can down the road. In this situation, Superintendent Citta has warned him, and then he issued this letter. I hope Superintendent Citta goes through with every legal aspect that he has in his power and takes this guy to the limit because it has to happen. And right now, so this, summarizing this up, this is Toms River Township money, your taxpayer money, that he is putting out political persuasion, one-sided, against the superintendent of Daniel Rodrick. Excuse me, the superintendent of Toms River Schools. Don't stand for it. We, the people, recall Daniel Rodrick. I believe we only have about 30 days left to collect signatures. Last count, the number is like 12,800 or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head. We'll come out with a number on January 1st, I promise. Don't hesitate. If you are a Toms River taxpayer, a Toms River voter, and have not signed yet, get out and sign the petition or reach out to us. RecallDanielRodrick@gmail.com to email us. The website is www.recalldanielrodrick.com to find out locations to sign this Sunday. We will be out this Sunday getting signatures. Hope you appreciated and understood this. I want you to be safe and well. We're getting closer to the new year. We have a storm coming in tonight. Make sure you go out, get your milk and your bread. I don't never understood. Better get some peanut butter and jelly too for that bread. I guess if you get eggs, you can make French toast. I'm Phil Brilliant. This is Simply Brilliant. Have a great weekend. Thank you.